Mayday, a voice crackled from Priya's radio. Come in, she said, frowning. Agent Hammond, the voice said, returning from the Capitol op. Langley is a smoking crater. Over. Say again, Agent? My base is gone. A smoking crater in the ground. A hole going all the way to China. I'm currently Ronin, looking for someone to report to. I have no idea what you're talking about, Priya said. What's your 20? I need to hole up until I receive orders. Sheesh, Priya thought. Last thing I need is another man here. Negative. We're in hot pursuit. Can't be babysitting anyone right now. Hot pursuit of who? Whom? Whatever. I'm on my way back downtown. I can assist. We have it well under control. We got the Guatemalan girl in our crosshairs. That made Hammond pause on the other end of the radio. What Guatemalan girl? The one all over the news. The one you can't not know about. Her and her idiot boyfriend. Boyfriend? Jeez Louise, she thought. What's this jerk's problem? Yes. Handsome fella? Hammond asked. Black movie star hair, green eyes, blue overcoat? Yeah, looks like Superman. I got 4 jackals on them. Toots, Hammond said, straightening up and looking at the sky, his breath like ghosts in the January air. If you're going after Fox, you're going to need a lot more than 4 guys. Val, Guy said. Fire stairs. See. He hit the card reader with Priya's bump key, the laminated city auditor card, and surprise of all surprises, nothing happened. Shaking his head and smiling mirthlessly, Guy stuffed it in his pocket and pulled out one of his QR stickers, muttering, I knew it. He held it up in front of the tiny hidden camera Val hadn't noticed, and the stage door coughed open. Inside, cinder block and stale air. She slipped through and held the door with her foot. Guy stayed long enough to listen for sounds of pursuit. Then the shots rang out, loud despite the suppressors. The first string went wide, and Guy yanked the stair door shut, catching Val's eye, and took them down, not up. 2 floors of hammering air later, he pulled them through another door into an old city steam tunnel. Val slid in after him and eased the door shut with a quiet click. Perfect, Guy whispered. Why? Val asked. Then, wow, it's really warm in here. You got your COVID mask? Put it on. They both dug out their cloth masks from their pockets and shook them free of lint before strapping them on. What for? She asked. Asbestos, he said. Hydrogen sulfide. The masks might help. It's better than nothing. Be careful. Don't touch these pipes. They're scalding hot. Also, high-voltage electrical lines, so try not to grab a hold of anything if you slip. Boots hit the stair above, and there was nothing to bar the door with. They could either lie in wait to shoot whoever came through or put as much distance between them as they could. With Val in harm's way, Guy chose discretion over valor. Farther on, he noticed a bag of tools left behind by someone impatient for lunch. Rummaging through it, he found a box of ball bearings. Palming a small pile of them, he cast them on the floor to bounce and skitter toward the door. Then, dutifully closing the box, he stuffed it into the bag and shouldered it, nodding for Val to continue. They moved single file along the steam tunnel's brick tube, Guy leading with his gun hand, the other taking hold of Val's with a calm reassurance that comforted her. The air was wet and metallic, and fluorescence buzzed at unhelpful intervals. Guy counted access plates, T103, T101, T099. Behind them, the door clanged open. Val swallowed a gasp, and Guy pulled her in front of him, squeezing himself against the wall and trying not to touch the pipes running along it. When he was between her and the gunman, he aimed back down the tunnel. There they are, a voice hissed, and they raised their weapons. Guy fired, blowing a hole in the large tube beside the 4 men, and 400 degrees steam exploded from it, engulfing them once again. They howled in agony, making Valentina flinch. Trying to run and stepping on bearings, some went down, reaching out to pull others down with them, and they collapsed, some landing on scorching hot tubes that burned them further. Man down! Man down! A voice howled in Priya's radio. What? Come again? She asked. Send medics! Do you have eyes on the girl? Negative. Send help. How many casualties? She asked, annoyed. All of us, the voice replied. Then Hammond's voice crackled on the line again. Told you.